Hello, everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where today we are going to be reacting to the Teoscar Hernandez trade to the Seattle Mariners. Okay, let me fill you in on what I've just experienced. So I was at work, I saw the headline, the tweet by Jeff Passan. It's confirmed, Teoscar Hernandez is going in a trade over to the Seattle Mariners. There's just been word on what we've gotten in return. I am going to do like a pretty much raw reaction. Nick was over here kind of telling me about it, but I don't really know for sure. I got to look at the details with y'all. I'm going to read some of your comments. We're going to react to this. We're going to decide whether we as fans and you know, GMs, because we're all general managers here for the Toronto Blue Jays, think that this trade makes sense. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to read some of your chats right now, some of your comments before we get into it. Welcoming, just bringing everybody in here. Bro, I'm crying, says Best of Sports. Bro, I know. I first of all was just reacting to the fact that Teoscar Hernandez is gone. This guy's been with the team for, I don't know, 2017, 2018? It's insane. It's insane how long this guy's been with us, and now he's gone. So we better get something good in return. Jane 595 saying, fire Mark Shapiro and Atkins right now. Unless you give me Aaron Judge, I'm going to be a Dodger now. Oh, fuck. Ryan saying, a horrible looking prospect and one good reliever. What a horrible trade. No. Oh, God. What did the Blue Jays get? Okay, let's start diving in, everybody. Welcome in, guys. Let's see what the hell we've got going on here. I've got Twitter open right here. First, let's look at the Jeff Passan news. Okay, y'all can see my screen. That's great. Breaking all-star outfielder Teoscar Hernandez has been traded to the Seattle Mariners from the Toronto Blue Jays. Sources familiar with the deal tell ESPN. But we all knew this. This is what I'm looking at right here. Not this tweet. I believe... Let me just go to Twitter. I guarantee I can find it. Okay, here it is. Scott Mitchell right here saying Teoscar Hernandez to Seattle for righty reliever Eric Swanson and lefty prospect Adam Macko. Confirmed. Okay, well, Canadian Flash, shout out Canadian Flash, huge on Twitter. We were good followers, saying that we are getting good value, just according to baseballtradevalues.com, for Swanson and Macko. Okay, let's take a look first at Swanson. I hear Eric Swanson's the guy that we all are looking at right here. Eric Swanson. We all know we needed bullpen help. And let me remind all y'all, Teoscar Hernandez is on a one-year deal. We're going to look at everybody's deals, everybody's stats, everything like that. So Eric Swanson, a 29-year-old relief pitcher. He's a righty coming out of the bullpen. He threw for a 1.68 ERA in 57 games. Now, that is very impressive. The whip is 0.913. Wow, that is very impressive. That is easily a back end of the bullpen, kind of guy right there. He's had 4 years in the league, so I got a feeling that he's close to an end of this deal. We'll take a look at it. Look at his past. 2021 was good. He only pitched for 33 games, so he might have dealt with some injuries. 2020, you can just shake that off. 2019 looked like he was rookie year. He was really bad, but it looked like he figured it out. Okay, let's look at his baseball savant here. Is he a gasser? Does he throw the gas? Woo! What are y'all thinking in the chat as I look up right now? Vladdy extension going to get harder. That's it. Elmo GG, he's not Teo level exact. Okay. Well, let's break it all down. And we'll talk about the ramifications of trading Teoscar Hernandez. What does that mean for us now? Shout out to whoever just subscribed right there. Welcome to the community. Also, guys, if you haven't subscribed, as I flip back here to our main live, if you haven't subscribed already, guys, please drop a subscription on this video. We are so close to 10,000 subscribers. We're less than 250 away. You guys have been so awesome the last few weeks with this free agency news and rumors and trade rumors and all this kind of stuff. And especially this is not just rumors anymore, folks. This is the real thing. So drop a like on the stream, hit that subscribe button, support the boys, because I'm doing this literally mid-job right now. I've got a meeting at 11:30, so we're kind of pushing it right here. All right, let's switch back here to the Savant page. That's Dansby Swanson. I want Eric Swanson. I want Eric Swanson. Okay, what do you got for me, Eric? Whoa, that's a lot of red. That's a lot of red. Okay, so he only throws a 94 mile per hour fastball. It's not the high velo, but good swing and miss. Look at that, 96% K percentage, 93% chase rate. Wow, he does not get hit hard. He does not get barreled. It's literally his worst attribute is the fastball velocity in terms of these MLB percentile rankings. That's it, guys. I mean, we switch back here to his K per 9. He's at 11.7. That's good swing and miss stuff. And the Blue Jays, they do need swing and miss stuff. So we are filling a need in that regard. Okay. Good changeup, good slider. And if we look back in his past, last year, oh yeah, he barely played. Looked like he dealt with some injuries. Barely played 2020. 2019, we can forget about that. That was his rookie year. Good command, though. Didn't walk. And yeah, it looks like he's just kind of figured it out this last year. Let's take a look at the contract, folks. We got to look at everything. We can't just look at the surface level right now. We have to look at everything right now. Eric Swanson, contract. Where is he? They brought me here. Okay, got Salary Sport telling me his contract. This doesn't tell me anything. I don't know why he's not up on the thing here. On Sport Rack. Bear with me here, folks. We're trying to find Eric Swanson. Let me just search for him. Eric Swanson. There we go. Okay, so arbitration 1 coming into 2023. Estimated $1.6 million. That is definitely, if you're thinking from a financial standpoint, going from Teoscar to Swanson, that's a lot of money you're saving right there. And you've got 3 years of control of this guy, Eric Swanson. That's pretty good. That's really good years of control. I mean, I think... just forget about Teoscar Hernandez for a moment right now. I think just in terms of getting a relief pitcher for lots of control, who is proven to be elite, as we've seen, is really, really good. We are building our bullpen young, good, nice strikeouts. I like it. Just in terms of the return, I like Eric Swanson. And hey, okay, let's talk about Teoscar Hernandez right now real quick. We've gotten a bit of Eric Swanson, 3 years left on this guy. Lots of strikeouts, great numbers. Looks like he's figuring out this year. Let's now talk about Teoscar Hernandez. We're going to look at the prospect in one moment. But in terms, that's the big pieces that I'm hearing right now. So you're getting Eric Swanson, you're trading Teoscar Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez, just want to remind y'all, had 1 year. I'm trying to convince myself that this is a good deal. He had 1 year remaining. Great player, right? Lots of slug, lots of high batting average. Staple of this organization for a long, long time. But we're trading to get more years for less money. I think it makes sense. We'll dive into it deeper. I think it only makes sense, guys, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later, if we go out and we sign another outfield bat, preferably a lefty bat. If we're trading Teoscar Hernandez and we get rid of Raimel Tapia, we need to go sign a lefty bat in Andrew Benintendi. And if I'm not mistaken, Brandon Nimmo. I know he's a really high value, but I think he's a left-handed bat. We need to go sign a high-end bat to replace Teoscar Hernandez. If you could sign an Andrew Benintendi or a Brandon Nimmo, like that kind of caliber of player, arguably those guys are almost the same. Benintendi doesn't have the slugging. He's got the high batting average. That's a trade-off right there. But Brandon Nimmo is pretty much almost the same as Teoscar Hernandez the last couple of years. So that's why that would be the only reason. If we don't do anything to replace it, we literally don't have another outfielder. It'd be Kevin Biggio. We're not having Kevin Biggio start every day for us. That's not going to happen. It only makes sense if you do that. It feels like this is almost like a fantasy, like video game trade situation for the GMs where, okay, we trade this guy, we get that need in that relief pitching, we sign a starting pitcher, we sign another outfielder, that's a lefty that we've been, preaching to the mountains, like, please get us a lefty. That makes sense to me. And he's on a 1-year deal, Teoscar Hernandez. You go get a lefty that's a lefty outfielder that has a longer deal, extend that window a bit. That only makes sense to me. Now, let's look at the prospect we acquired. Eric saying right here, Mariner prospect strikes out a lot of guys. This is another thing. We're extending the window. Okay? And I want to talk about that a little bit before we look at the prospect. I know we're all hurt. I'm hurt. Teoscar Hernandez, I love T.O. off, baby. Like, this guy has been an absolute staple, like I've said, of the Toronto Blue Jays for years. you could almost say we built around him, but we didn't. He kind of emerged a little bit later during our rebuild. But this is what you have to do as a GM. You have to make the tough decisions. You think the Houston Astros were happy about not signing back like George Springer? Probably not. But they're okay now because now they have Kyle Tucker, Jordan Alvarez, and Jeremy Pena, and not signing back Carlos Correa. They do the moves to make the team better overall. The problem has been the relief pitching, the starting pitching a decent amount, but never the offense. So it makes sense to me if we trade Teoscar Hernandez and bring in someone else, left-handed bat. Okay, that makes sense to me. I'm gonna read some of your comments before we get into the prospect. And I'm going to drink some water. Josh saying, I have a feeling they are going to blow up the roster and only keep Vlad and Manoah. No. Josh, I don't think they're going to do that, man. I think this is a calculated decision. We've been talking about this for a while on this channel. Trade one of Teo or Lord. And I even said it last night on the podcast with Jimmy. I'm like, Teo and Lord, one of them is going to get traded. Like, one of them is going to get traded. Like, we have to trade one of them. I know a lot of pain, everybody. Let's look at the prospect. Let's not think about Teoscar anymore. Let's look at the future. Let's look at the future, everybody. All right, switching over back here to the computer. Scott Mitchell right now on Twitter saying prospect Adam Macko. Okay, let's take a look at Adam Macko, everybody. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Baseball reference, Adam Macko, former 7th rounder. Now, we're going to look at where he's ranked in terms of his... actually, let's look at that right now. I wonder if they changed it already, but let's look at the Mariners prospect and see where Adam Macko is. Adam Macko. Here he is. Number 8 prospect, projected to come up in 2024. Okay, so he won't be coming up this year. Left-handed pitcher, 21 years old. Is he a starter? Let's take a look at this. Am I blocking you guys? Can you look at that? Let me move me around here. Let me move over to the side. Adam Macko. Macko grew up in Ireland. Oh, cool. Graduated high school in Alberta. Oh, Canadian boy. Let's go. But he was born in Slovakia. Wow, he is a lot of things. Shout out to whoever just subscribed right now. Welcome to the community. Blah, blah, blah. If he reaches the majors, he'd become a 3rd player ever to do that. Wow, cool. That's cool. What do you throw? Sorry, I don't care. What can you do for my team? He taught himself how to pitch by watching videos of David Price and Justin Verlander. Okay, cool. That's cute. He was in the 150 to 155. Okay, yeah, he's bulked up, averaging 88 mile per hour after he signed. Now he averages around 93.5 mile per hour in 2021. Topped out at 97. Wow. Okay, well, he's been putting on the pounds, gassing it up. Absolutely love that for Adam Macko. For those who are just tuning in, Adam Macko is one of the prospects. We just broke down Eric Swanson. And yes, it is official. Ben Douglas-Smith is tweeting it right now that Eric Swanson and Adam Macko are the deal. His slider might end up being the best weapon, sitting around 83 to 85 with lots of sweep. He has struck out in 36.1% of batters he faced last season. Okay, really cool. What can he be? What are the scouts telling me? He could continue to get long-term consideration as a starter. Okay, so potential starter, maybe bullpen guy of the future. I'm about it. Look, we've been trading away some of our prospects. It's nice to get back some returns, so that's really cool. Now, what do you do in the minor leagues? Okay, so in the minor leagues, he had an ERA, granted, this is 7 games, of 6.08. It's hard to judge based off that. That was in fall ball. That was in fall ball. But in full season, he only pitched 8 games. Was he hurt? I think he might have been hurt, guys. Yeah, but if he returns healthy, yeah. So it looks like he was kind of hurt. So the numbers in ERA don't look good, but the strikeout percentage looks incredible. So hopefully, maybe the Blue Jays scouting system or their development system can do something with Adam Macko and make him serviceable. The whip is gross. Kind of looks bad. Yeah. You're looking at yeah. I got you guys. Cool. All right. So he's nasty. He's injury prone, but he's nasty. Okay, I understand. I understand that now. Let's go back here and talk about this. So I got Sandeep saying we should have got Chris Flexen. We literally made a podcast on this. Chris Flexen's on a 1-year deal, guys. So I said this yesterday on our podcast with Jimmy, our live show. If you're gonna trade Teoscar Hernandez, because those were the idea, not even the rumors. It was just a speculation on MLB Network. It wasn't even a rumor. So the fact that this is happening is kind of nuts. If we were to trade Teoscar Hernandez, we got to be getting in return a long contract, 3 years. I said 2-3 years of starter or bullpen. Okay, we got that. And then we got a prospect. I was not expecting the prospect, to be honest. I was expecting guys that could play now, but I understand it. I'm trying to convince myself it's a good deal. Baseball trade value says it's a good deal. I am okay with this deal. I'm actually, you know what? I would be happy with this deal if the Blue Jays go and sign another left-handed bat that goes into the outfield. That's the only way for me personally to be okay with it. Look, I love Teoscar Hernandez. I literally have Cerruto saying, I'm going to miss Teo's smile. Dude had a great smile. You know, like this guy literally lit it up. Like when he hit the home run, he had the home run jacket and he went, ah, with the sunflower seeds. You know, that's the shit. That's the stuff I love. Yeah, so just came back. What's the trade? Let me throw it up for you guys while we talk about it. Let me just throw this up for those who are tuning in. So you guys can just like look at it. And let me move my guy, move me back over in this corner. Great. Okay. Let me read some of your comments and let's talk about it. Because I've been just rambling. I'm still trying to process what I think. But I think I've just said it. I like this deal if we get back a left-handed power bat, an impact bat in free agency. Like if we don't, and we get someone like Kevin Kiermaier, well, now we just downgraded. We downgraded the offense. And I just don't think, I love this guy, Mako. I think he's going to be great for the bullpen. Mako, for those who are just tuning in, not Mako, excuse me. Swanson, for those who are just tuning in, he's a ready-to-go guy right now for 3 years. I like that for the bullpen. I mean, we've been preaching it. Let's take out of the equation Teoscar Hernandez. Let's take that out of the equation right now. We're just looking at Eric Swanson. If we were to pick up someone like Eric Swanson off free agency, we got him for 3 years on a super duper cheap deal, okay? And he's in the prime of his career. I'm thinking that's a big W. That's a big W. That's a big W, guys. Just take Teoscar Hernandez out of the equation just for right now. Just think about this. You're adding Eric Swanson. Okay, but now, if we sign a left-handed power impact bat, think of it this way. We trade Teo for a left-handed power bat that would cost the same as Teoscar Hernandez anyways. I think Teoscar Hernandez is going to get paid next offseason. So we're going to trade him for a lefty hypothetically trade, right? If you're thinking about free agency, we're just moving assets right now. For a left-handed power bat that does about the same OPS as Teo in the last 2 years and costs the same. You're just moving a righty to a lefty. That makes sense to me. Just looking at the trade itself, I don't think we win. Just looking at the bare trade of Teo for Swanson, who's going to, again, think of it this way, guys. Bullpen guys are only going to come out 53 innings, right? Starters pitch 150 to 200, the good ones at least, right? This guy's coming in for a third or a quarter of that. Granted, it's going to be great stuff. We might have a lockdown bullpen. I might be eating my words come, postseason next year when Swanson's absolutely shutting it down in the 8th inning for us. But this right now, it doesn't match the value of Teoscar Hernandez because you got a 1.8 WAR in 2022. Let me get a new tab here so we can keep all this open. Yep, Eric Swanson, that's cool. Teoscar Hernandez, 2.8 WAR. So there's obviously more value in Teoscar Hernandez, but that's why also the prospect's out of there. But we're in a win now mentality. I'm not really thinking about the prospect until later down the line. Just right now, we are slightly losing, I would say. We are slightly losing. This is a great player. But But, and I'm going to get to some of your comments in just a moment. I just want to, I need to process this. I need to make this make sense for me. If you get someone like Andrew Benintendi, which seems to be likely, you know, he's played a lot in the AL East. He can, you know, he's very familiar here. Left-handed bat, can play in the outfield. Not as good as a bat, 120 OPS, 127 OPS, so it's very similar. You downgrade slightly, but 3.2 WAR, right? 3.2 WAR. Andrew Benintendi, let's look at his baseball savant, because we know Teoscar Hernandez has not been a good outfielder, right? We got to compare everything here. We're not just looking at bats. Again, this is all hypothetical. This is all hypothetical. We got to go down the rabbit hole here, folks. We got to make this make sense for us. If we were to get someone like Andrew Benintendi to replace him, that's above average. Really good. That's where that extra WAR is coming from, right? 65 percentile, outs above average. Whereas Teoscar Hernandez, 14. Lots of strikeouts, right? Lots of swing and miss, whereas Benintendi does not have a lot of swing and miss. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Brandon Nimmo or bust in free agency. I think for me, the top guys would be Benintendi and Nimmo. Williams saying Gallo. I would not like Gallo at all. That would be horrible. They're definitely making space for Acuna, says Matthew Dennis. Okay, then yes. If we traded for Ronald Acuna, depending on what the deal is, that might be a W. No, actually, maybe, what am I saying? Of course that'd be a W. Okay, let's switch it back here. For those who are just tuning in. Oh, I've been just feeling my emotions right now. Let's get to some of the chats. Let's get to some of the chat right now. What are we saying? Benintendi will be a good pickup, so I doubt it would happen. So you're saying, Ratchet, because it's too good to be true, it probably won't happen. I get that. I get that. Oh, yeah, glad I got my Teo bobblehead. Let me just switch back here so y'all can see. Look at this. I think we might have to open up. We have a Gosman bobblehead. Might have to be Gosman. Wow, no more Teo. That sucks. That sucks, everyone. Look at this. It's got to go.
I got a question.
Oh, yeah, Nick's got a question.
What is our lineup going to look like now? And who's going to be like the locked-in four-hitter?
Okay, good question. We'll talk about that in a little moment. Okay. Hi, guys. Mariners fan coming in peace. Swanson is a stud. 3 years of control, too. Okay, there you go, guys. Dragon in here is a Mariners fan. I mean, you got your guy. You got your guy for 1 year. All right. But, and hey, he's saying it right here. He likes him. I like him. Now, can I ask you, Dragon, where did he pitch? Did he pitch mostly in 8th, 9th inning? Like 8th, 7th, 8th? TML fan saying, horrible deal. This is a money dump for sure. Well, money dump / reset. You know what I mean? It is a big money dump because Teoscar Hernandez would have made a lot of money. Made a lot of money. Let's look at that right now for the Sport Rack. Teoscar Hernandez is gone. I can't believe it, guys. He would have been estimated $14.4 million. This, guys, we got rid of Raimel Tapia, who would have made $5 million-ish. Teoscar Hernandez, $14 million. You're looking at $19 million because if you're considering you're also picking up the option or the tenure of Mr. Swanson. $14 million roughly. That is a money that we can go spend on a starter. We can go spend on a high-end bullpen guy. That makes sense to me. It makes a lot of sense to me. What if we went out and traded for Nootbaar? That's realistic. Yeah, true. We getting exposed by Seattle, then we traded one of our best hitters for a guy that had one good year, says Jays Fan Media. See, the thing about bullpen guys is that they're very volatile, and they can have a good year, they can have a bad year, but look, if you look at the Savant page, which we did, it's all red. Like, clearly it's not just fluke. It's he's doing it, and he's expected to do it consistently. All right, I got about 7 more minutes here. Let me just text my boss. Maybe I can go a little longer. I don't know. What's happening with the meeting? So I got a meeting in 7 minutes. 6 minutes now. So what would the lineup, this is a question proposed by Nick, what would the lineup look like without Teoscar Hernandez? Well, you got George Springer. He's leading off. You got Bo Bichette. He's number 2. You got Vladdy. He's number 3. You got Kirk. He's number 4. Most likely, again, this is without Teoscar Hernandez. We haven't made any more additions. This is just the lineup right now. Kirk, number 4. Matt Chapman, he's number 5. Number 6 is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Number 7 is Danny Jansen. Number 8 would be a combination of Espinal or Biggio, or even if Biggio's lineup, he'd probably go a little bit higher and around 6, and then Lourdes would be 7. And then 8 would be Jansen. And then number 9, that's the thing, we don't have a number 9 right now. So it would have to be like Espinal Biggio. Biggio would have to be locked in every single day in the outfield. So I don't see that actually happening, right? It just won't happen. We have to go get someone else via trade or free agency. Which honestly, if I read out that lineup right there, that's still not bad. I mean, think of it this way. There's been stretches where we've missed Teo and we've missed Lourdes, right? Similar hitters, Teo's better for sure. But, Whit Merrifield. Thank you. Wow, I actually keep forgetting about Whit Merrifield. Okay, so Whit Merrifield would be in the outfield. So let me redo this. George, Bo, Vladdy, Kirk, Chapman. Then we've got 6, probably like a lefty like Biggio. Let's throw Biggio out there in second, or like Espinal or something like that. You know it's going to be something stupid. Let's throw Biggio / Espinal. Lourdes, Jansen, and then Whit Merrifield. That's still not bad. And if Whit could somehow be a guy again, that would be incredible. That is, you know what? That is something I totally forgot about. They actually were talking, and there was rumors that they wanted to get Whit a bit more playing time. Well, currently, he's the starter. Do I like that? No. Not on a team that's really trying to win. Whit Merrifield does cost a little bit. Not a lot, actually. He's pretty cheap. Let me just see this text here. Sounds good. Okay, great. I don't know what that means. But I say we got to go get one more bat. And shout out really quick to Robbie Hyde, $4.99 donation. Shout out Robbie Hyde. There it is. Saying, I like this move for the Jays. Swanson's what they need for the pen. Go out and add a lefty bat. Brandon Nimmo, Benintendi. That's exactly what we're saying, Robbie Hyde. Thank you. Shout out Robbie Hyde, guys. Go check out his channel. Very elite. You know, we've been following Robbie Hyde for 2 years, and he's really doing well, having a lot of success. So we admire your work, Robbie, and keep killing it, my man. Thank you for the donation. I think if you go sign a bat, like I've said 1,000 times already on the stream, it makes a ton of sense. Now let me hear what you guys think. Whit was looking like his former self-finished year. Let's take a look at that. Why don't we go down the rabbit hole? I think I bought myself a few more minutes with you guys. Let's go down the rabbit hole a little bit. Let's take a look at Whit's last stretch. I mean, and there's actual weight to looking at the last stretch of a season. I remember a couple years ago, we were looking at Danny Jansen's last stretch when healthy, and he was popping off. And I really took that to heart. And look what happened. He ended up being elite. So I think there's some weight to that. Especially down the end, like he was starting to get a bit more playing time. And he's only been used to playing time. So down the stretch, it makes a lot of sense. All right. Let's take a look at... Oh, yeah, he was barely getting played. Let's look at the month of September. Excuse me. He had a .338 batting average with an OPS of 949. Okay. Well, there's your replacement right there, if he was actually good. Now, I'm not going to actually, say that that's going to happen. Like, okay, now I'm cool with trading Teoscar Hernandez because Whit Merrifield did it for 1 month. No, I'm not at all. He's still a right-handed bat. And I know the Blue Jays management isn't saying that Whit Merrifield's a guy of the future. I just know. How do I know? Because I feel like me and Ross, we're like the same. We think the same. I would have traded Teo or Lord this offseason. I would have done it. So, and I'm also thinking that Whit's not the guy. That we're going to sign somebody else, like Robbie Hyde said, like a Benintendi or a Brandon Nimmo. Brandon Nimmo's kind of out there, but definitely Andrew Benintendi is well within the range. I like Whit. Saying, Andrew, me too. Probably a 280 hitter next year. Probably. Who's going to be the outfield? It will go healthy, when healthy. It would go Springer. And you know what? Actually, let me pause that for a second. Just looking at what we have right now. Whit Merrifield is in the outfield, Lourdes, and George Springer. Those are the guys in the outfield. But where are they going to play? I might consider putting Whit in center, sliding George Springer over to a corner now, and then putting Lourdes back in left, which he usually is. So, like, Springer would be right, Whit Merrifield in center, and then Lourdes in left field. Shout out to whoever just subscribed right there. Welcome to the community. Welcome, welcome. But I don't love it. It's not bad. Like, it's not, like, we've been so privileged the last few years of having such a good lineup. Like, such a good lineup. You know? And I still think that lineup that we roll out there is top 10, for sure. Maybe even top 8. Like, I still think it's going to be one of the best lineups in baseball, for sure. But I'm not satisfied because we've also been very privileged and lucky that we have not had major injuries to our lineup. Like, it's been George Springer and then, like, Lourdes and Teo occasionally, but never on the same time. Like, it's never been both or all three, right? So with that being said, we can't roll out that lineup because what if Whit goes down? If Whit, George, or or Lourdes go down, now you're forced to roll out Kevin Biggio every day? No, thank you. No, thank you at all. So that's why you let go of Bradley Zimmer, you let go of Ramon Tapia, and you let go of Teoscar Hernandez. That's 3 guys. And you're going to tell me, if you are saying this, that there aren't going to go sign somebody else, preferably left-handed bat? I just don't think so. I think it's going to happen for sure. You lost 3 of your outfielders in the span of 24 hours. Of course you're going to go sign. Well, maybe nobody picks up Bradley Zimmer. Shout out to Sam for subscribing. Maybe you pick up Bradley. Maybe no one picks up Bradley Zimmer and he's back. But still, Bradley Zimmer ain't going to be on this team. Shout out to Cedric Daly with the subscription. I just don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen, guys. Where we don't go sign somebody. Let me just text my boss here. Oh, shout out to Kiss61. Also, guys, quick shout out to my boss, John, for letting me come on and talk to you guys about this breaking news. He's an absolute MVP. So everyone, say thank you, John, for helping the Blue Jay community and MLB community come together. And the Mariners. I know Mariners are in here, too. For everyone coming together and talking about this madness. Here's donating. Okay. All right, let me read some of your comments, guys. Do we sign Dansby and put Whit in the outfield? Yes, saying Andrew. Well, let's talk about that. You don't have, just because traded Teoscar Hernandez, sign an outfield. I think you need to get maybe one more depth piece, but you don't have to sign a starting outfielder. If you did, sign a shortstop. Crazy reality, super like fantasy land right now. Trey Turner, Carlos Correa's out there. You got Dansby Swanson out there. If you sign one of them, put him at shortstop, move Bo to second, Whit has to play outfield, then I'm okay with that. Because then the lineup, let's say you get Dansby Swanson. Now your lineup is like George, Swanson, Vlad, Bo, Kirk, Chapman. It's basically like you're replacing Teoscar Hernandez with Swanson. And I'm cool with that. We got Isaiah saying Blue Jays are done. Jays Fan Media saying Trey Turner or bust. I love you guys. You guys are all with the hot takes. You're all spewing the emotions. I absolutely love it. Also, quick shout out, guys. We're at 161 likes on the stream. If we get to 169, nice. That would be super nice. And also, guys, please make sure to drop a subscription if you're just tuning in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can join this amazing community that we have, this chat that is popping off right now. And we're so close to 10,000 subscribers, guys. Honestly, we could be there very soon, and you guys would help us out get there even faster. And yeah, shout out to all 500 of you in the chat. This is awesome. Literally in the middle of a work day or school day or whatever you guys are doing. It's awesome. Oh, we have 169. Let's go. Oh, thank you guys. Appreciate that. 169 was me saying Harrison. Shout out Harrison Allen. And shout out Alex for the subscription. Welcome to community. Thank you for doing that, man. All right. Let's get some questions in here because soon I will have to go. I hate to keep my work waiting. You know, my work has been very kind to me, letting me doing this. So let's get to some questions here. I think I've said all I needed to say, guys. If you're just tuning in, my thoughts are the trade right now is not preferable. I would have liked to get more, but if we go out and we sign an impact left-handed bat, then definitely I like the trade because we got what we needed. You know, bullpen guy with for a long contract, 3 years, and a good prospect who could come up in a little bit and be like, oh crap, this guy's elite. He's a starter now. Shout out to Scott Fair for the donation, $1.99 donation. Pitching, and more pitching, please. And that's what I'm saying, right? We just got to move the puzzle pieces around, be smart, save money, get pitching, and, you know, recycle these contracts that are about to expire. Lourdes is worse. Well, maybe Lourdes, who knows? Maybe they threw out Lourdes, Cody, and they're like, no, we're only going to do a Tio. Lourdes still is good. He's still a good, serviceable player, right? What do we got here? Teal's the only reason we were in game 2. Absolutely, but the reason we lost game 2 is because of our bullpen, and defense. So, you know, you can make an argument for both, right? And I'm going to make the same argument. Shout out to Christopher for subscribing. I can make the same argument not the same argument, but a different argument where our problem has never been the offense. Offense is never, like, whenever I go, shout out for Rochelle for subscribing. Whenever I go to MLB team stats and I look at OPS leaders, we're always top 5, top 3 even. Like, we're never lower than that at the end of the year. It's never been the offense. Offense is elite. Yeah, we did get rid of a piece, but the offense is still going to be elite, 100%. Let's see. Blue Judges get a Lourdes, a Lourdes Chapman. Lourdes has power a couple years ago. Hope it comes back. I do agree. That's one thing that I do miss from the Lourdes. He used to have good power. Jay's offense problem was consistency, saying Scott, and absolutely, it was true. And, I mean, if you think about consistency, what gives you consistent at-bats is not striking out. Teo struck out a lot, right? He was good, but he struck out a lot. If you go sign someone like Andrew Benintendi who doesn't strike out, well, now you just improve that, right? Better WAR, too. Literally, just based on WAR, if you hypothetically sign Andrew Benintendi after this, then it does make sense, just on terms of statistical standpoint. Scott Farr, dang right. I wonder what Vladdy and Bo think of all this. Look, I think, shout out to Darlene. Thank you for subscribing. I think Vladdy and Bo think exactly what we think. You know, it's, or what I think at least. I don't know about you guys. But this is a business. You have to make it work. If it didn't work last year, you got to change something, right? Vladdy and Bo want to win, and I guarantee they do. Well, here's the thing. Guess what? No more Tio. If that's it, we don't get another guy on this team in a position player. You guys have to do it now. You guys have to do it. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up very shortly. I do have to go back to work. But guys, leave your comments in the comments down below. I'm sure we're gonna be talking about this so much more. We're gonna be breaking down that whole conversation of, okay, now that he's gone, who else do we get? We got a bullpen guy. Do we go get a starting pitcher in the free agency market, right? Like, what are our options now as the Toronto Blue Jays? Shout out to Mark Butler. I'm a Seattle fan who's very happy with this trade. And you should be. Teoscar Hernandez is an amazing player, amazing guy in the clubhouse. He's going to give you good ABs sometimes. Sometimes he'll strike out and throw it all away, but who doesn't, I guess, from time to time. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you guys' support. We'll be back with some podcasts. We actually have a podcast coming out later today with some news about Nate Pearson and Dan Schulman. So check that out, guys. Video rooms are coming. Lives are coming. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button on the way to 10K. Love all y'all. Whatever happens, happens. We're on this together, guys. We're all in this together. And as always, guys, go Jays, go.